Hi everyone, welcome back to Islam Unboxed. Today I will be talking about Tawaf. Now, Tawaf is required to be done 7 times. They go around the Kaaba 7 times. However, we do not know why Muslims do it 7 times. And the bigger problem is Muslims themselves do not know why. First, let me show you from several websites. This person answers, the sky has 7 layers. Man has 7 souls. That's why they do it 7 times. However, this answer is not from Sunnism, it's not from Shiites or Ahmadi or anything like that. This answer is most likely came from a Sufi. Now let's go to the next one. Arabnews.com. We start from here. In all acts of worship, we do not ask why. They are required to be offered in certain fashion. We do them simply because God requires us to do them in that way. That's it. We don't ask questions. Just do it. Third one, we believe they have infinite wisdom, for Almighty Allah is Al-Hakim, the All-Wise. He does not order anything unwise. And yet, in order for us not to disrespect Allah, the Almighty, the scholars have classified them as tabudi arts, which means we cannot pinpoint one particular reason. In the sense that if that reason is not there, we can dispense with the act. So no, regardless, there is a reason or not, we gotta do it. Simple. Another one. This one is similar to the second one. We do not ask why. We simply perform because God commanded us, and in a way prescribed and taught by the Holy Prophet. That's it. Simple. These are from Quora.com. The question is actually, is there any connection between circulating 7 times around Kaaba in Islam and circulating 7 times around fire in Hinduism? Maybe some of you remember I made a video about how similar Hinduism to Islam. Maybe it was sometime last year. Yeah, this is one of them, Tawaf, 7 times. This person did not answer why or why they do it 7 times. He just say we don't know if there was a connection, and he was trying to explain about Kaaba here, pilgrimage, yada yada yada. He mentioned Hubal, or Christian worship him, Jews worship him. But the problem is Christians and Jews do not go to Kaaba at all. Not even just to do tawaf there, not even to pray, not even praying facing Kaaba, nothing. We have nothing to do with Kaaba. And yet sometimes some Muslims, they do think Kaaba has some importance in Christianity or Judaism. However, they are wrong. Now let's go to the last one. Why 7 times? He said there's no particular reason why it is made 7 times. Wow. But what does Quran says? What does Quran say about it? What does Hadith say? Let us read together. Surah Al-Hajj, verse 29. Then let them end their untidiness and fulfill their vows and perform tawaf around the ancient house. So Allah doesn't mention either how many times. Yet they do it 7 times. Let's go to Sunan Ibn Majah. Hadith number 2956. It was narrated that Abdullah ibn Umar said, I heard the Messenger of Allah say, whoever performs tawaf around the house and pray 2 rakats, it is as if he freed a slave. But doesn't say how many times. Now, let me show you one hadith, another hadith, Jami at-Tirmidhi. Hadith number 866. The grade is da'if, however, it is there, so no, regardless da'if or not, if it's there, then we should read it. Ibn Abbas narrated, whoever performed tawaf around the house 50 times, he will be as free of his sins as the day his mother bore him. Wow. That's simple, eh? To wipe off your sin, if you are 70 years old or 60 years old, go for Hajj, 60 years worth of sins are gone just from doing 50 times tawaf. Anyway, this one also does not mention 7 times. That's my point. Now, this is the real answer why they do it 7 times. From Kitab al-Asnam, or the Book of Idols by Al-Kalbi. Now, we will go to this page. I know this page is, it says 21. However, if you have the chance to read the physical book or hard copy, it is on page 23. Right? So remember, it says 21 here, but when you have a physical book, in the physical book, it is on page 23. Let us read together from here. Oops, sorry. There you go. The Quraysh had also several idols in and around the Kaaba. The greatest of this was Hubal. It was, as I was told, of red agate, in the form of a man with right hand broken off. It came into the possession of Quraysh in this condition, and they therefore made for it a hand of gold. The first to set it up for worship was Kuzaimah ibn Mudrikah, ibn al-Yas, ibn Mudar. Consequently, it used to be called Kuzaimah's Hubal. Now let's go to the next page. Let's go to the top. Now this is the real answer. It stood inside the Kaaba. In the front of it were 7 divination arrows. So when you have a question, you take those arrows and the arrows will have answer. That's how it is, to predict the future, to foretell the future. Now, let us read again. On one of those arrows was written pure, and on another consecrated alien, or mulsak. Whenever the lineage of a newborn was doubted, they would offer a sacrifice to Hubal, and then shuffle the arrows and throw them. If the arrows showed the word pure, the child would be declared legitimate and the tribe would accept him. If, however, the arrows showed the word consociated alien, the child would be declared illegitimate and the tribe would reject him. And the third arrow was for divination concerning the dead, while the fourth was for divination concerning marriage. And the purpose of the 3 remaining arrows has not been explained. So they have 7 arrows, right? Let's go back to previous page. So here is very clear. It says the greatest of all is Hubal. So Hubal is the greatest of all. And next page is mentioning the 7 arrows or 7 divination arrows. So when they do Tawaf, they do it to worship Hubal. And if they do it 7 times, that's because Hubal has 7 arrows or 7 divination arrows. That's the reason why. And this from a Muslim book. It is a Muslim who wrote this. This book is wrote not this. This book is not written by a Jew. This book is written by someone whose name is Ibn al-Kalbi. He was born around year 730, I think, or 760, something like that. Oh, there you go. Actually, it's here. I'm sorry. He was born year 737 and he died year 819. So he was born 105 years after the death of Muhammad. So it is long, but not too long. You know why? So he could still get some knowledge or information regarding the idols in and around Kaaba that was destroyed by Muhammad. Why? Because the legend's still there. 100 years is not enough to wipe off the whole history about Kaaba, you know. So this person, he has some knowledge, and even so many Muslims, they attack him, but so many other Muslims actually praising him. So that's the thing about Ibn al-Kalbi. And this book is, the book is not, it's not a big book. It's actually quite thin. It's just about 60 pages or a little less. So if you have a time or you have a chance, please read it. And I promise you, this book will open your eyes. Now, I think that's all from me for today. Thank you for listening and watching. Whether you're following Hubal or Yahweh. God bless you all. Have a nice life.